Sometimes the image cleanup work that we'll do will be about making corrections. Other times it will be about making enhancements, let's say like with the eyes. If we zoom in on this picture, we can see that she has these big, beautiful blue eyes. And let's say that what we want to do is we want to brighten and sharpen her eyes. In order to do that, let's use the Curves Adjustment tool in order to make some changes to a specific area of the image. Here, we'll click on our adjustment layer icon for curves. In this case, we'll just simply click and drag this up in order to create a brightening effect. And then we'll also click and drag down the blacks just a little bit, really focusing in on the eyes. Now, currently, this adjustment is applied to the entirety of the photograph. So here, we'll go into our mask panel and we'll click on Invert. That will hide or conceal all of this adjustment. Next, with our brush tool selected, we can go ahead and choose white from the color picker here. We want to have a nice small brush without any hardness and also with a relatively high opacity, but not 100%. So I'll bring this down to about 60% or so. And then we're just going to start to click and paint in this area of the image. As we saw in the previous movie, we can brighten shadows. But other times, perhaps it isn't a shadow that we need to brighten, but maybe the eyes. By seeing this effect, you can kind of see that before and now after. If I exaggerate the curve, you can see this even more prominently, as I'm doing here. You can see I can control that overall tone there. You can also go into the different channels. Here I could go to the red channel and click and drag down to make the eyes more cyan. We could subtly tweak the color of the eyes and perhaps add a little bit of a point of interest. Again, here's that before and then after. In my opinion, this effect is over the top. It just looks kind of strange. So I would either need to go back to that curve adjustment, and I would need to modify that, or another thing that you can do is you can modify the opacity of the layer. Sometimes that's a nice way to do it as well. You can decrease the opacity and then bring in this effect until you find the right or desired amount. Here it is before and after. And sometimes by making adjustments like this, by brightening certain areas of our pictures, well, in a sense, what we can do is make these types of corrections, which really are enhancements. They're drawing the viewer into a particular area of our photograph, in this case, the eyes.